Now let us discuss another form of the average called mode. Mode can be defined as the most frequently occurring value in the data. The value which occurs in the maximum time that becomes a mode for that particular data set. In more simplified language, if I say, it is the value which occurs to the maximum frequency. In the case of ungrouped data, if I talk like what we call individual series, there if you see if some value is appearing maximum time, repetition is there, then that becomes a mode. In the case of the group data, if you see that the frequency is the maximum for a particular value, then that value becomes a mode. Like the median, mode is also not affected by the extreme values. As we see, the number which is repeated the maximum, the value that repeated the maximum time becomes a mode, then it doesn't get affected if any very small value once or if any big value, extreme value, these are called extreme values, very small or very large. Both of them are added to the observation. Doesn't makes any difference in the mode because mode will be the that value which appeared to the maximum time. Further, it can be also calculated in the case of the open-end series. What do you mean by open-end series? Open-end series means the class interval case, the continuous data where we deal with the below particular value, above particular value, as we have earlier also talked about. If there is a class interval and the class interval talks about like this, below 30, then 30 to 40, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 7, 60 to 70, and then if I say above 70 and the frequencies are given like this. If I ask you to calculate the mode, simply you will see the value corresponding to the highest number of frequency, the value corresponding to the highest frequency. Which is the highest frequency? 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 1. So 9 is the biggest value. So जो ये 9 जो सबसे बड़ा फ्रीक्वेंसी है उसके अगेंस्ट जो क्लास इंटरवल में या डिस्क्रीट सीरीज या वैल्यू, दिस बिकम्स माय, in this case it is a modal class, otherwise this would have become the mode. We'll deal one numerical on each case, but right now if I see this is an example of the open end series, then below 30 and above 70 doesn't making any effect on calculation of the mode आसानी से कैलकुलेट किया जा सकता है अगर इस तरह का क्लास इंटरवल है. मीडियन में भी सेम केस, मीडियन भी कैलकुलेट किया जा सकता है, बट मीन एवरेज कैन नॉट बी कैलकुलेटेड इन सच टाइप ऑफ डेटा वेयर द सीरीज इज ओपन एंडेड. And further, generally, mode is have its limited use. Why? Because generally what happens when we get the observations, repetition of single value or repetition of the observations are rare. Many time it happens, not necessary that you may get some value which are repeated the maximum time or have the repeated like this. If I would say some values repeated maximum time, not possible every time it is not possible. So may possible that mode cannot be calculated, or you may have one mode or you may have more than one mode, which is called unimodal or multimodal cases. So there is a reason that mode is the least applicable measure of central tendency. Let us have one simple example where they have asked you to calculate the mode. What is this? The numerical in the front of you is a ungrouped data, right? What happens in the ungrouped data? The values are given and no frequency are given. That means the values are in the horizontal or a vertical form they will provide you. Now look at there. What is the value? These are the annual returns which are obtained by the 10 top level mutual funds. What are the values? 6.2, 6.7, 7.7, 8.9 and so on. If someone here, none of the value is occurring more than once, कोई भी ऐसी वैल्यू, कोई भी ऐसा डेटा दिख रहा है, डेटा पॉइंट जो कि रिपीट हो रहा हो एक से ज्यादा बार, none. So what we will say, there is no mode in the above series. So in this types of observation, many times it happens that you don't find any mode. Many times it happens that you find more than one mode. So possible. This is an example where you may see that none of the observation is repeated more than once. Every observation appears once in the data set. So there is no mode in this particular series. So when we say possibly there is no mode and there can be one, there can be two, there can be more than two. So when a distribution have more than one mode, possible, it is possible. The distribution which has two mode, it will be called bimodal. Bi means two, modal means two. Bi means two, modal means mode. So bimodal. So that means my bimodal observation means two modes. The observation which has two modes. Unimodal. So unimodal becomes where uni means one. Modal means mode. So observations which have single becomes unimodal. The observations which has two, they become bimodal observations. And where the more than two, maybe three, maybe four, maybe five, possibly. So there may be called, it will be called multimodal. So it is multi means more than two. It is more than two. And we have already talked about the case when no mode was there. Yes. So there can be possible cases where you may have no mode. There is a possible cases where you have an observation where only single mode appears, two modes appear, and maybe multi-mode. So these are all different types of distributions. Now, what happens in the case when there is an individual series? You have observed the individual series, any number which is repeated becomes the mode. What about in the case of discrete series? Look, in the case of discrete series, what type of data would be given? In the case of discrete series, they would provide you the data like this. Some values will be given and frequency would be given like this. So highest frequency you pick and the value corresponding to the highest frequency become your mode is always represented by Z. Some standard notations are there. We have to take care that mode is represented by Z. Remember, median was represented by M. Mean is represented by whatever the variable you have used with the bar. So these are general notations you should take care. Mode is represented by Z. Now, in individual series, simple, highest frequency, just pick the highest frequency 5. What is the value in front of 5? It is 30. If it is age, would use the value 30, use the value unit years. That becomes your mode. But what happens in the case of group data when the group data is in the form of a continuous series, as this was example of the group data? In the case of continuous series, then you don't get a single value of mode, you get a modal class. But what happens when we talk about mode, when we talk about median, generally what we want single value. When we want single value, so we have to get the single value out of this modal class, and that single value will be called mode. For that, we have to apply the formula. That is the lower limit of the modal class. Lower limit of the modal class means this is the lower limit. This is a modal. Why this is a modal class? Because this has a highest frequency, right? Write down the lower limit. Lower limit will be 50 plus. Then you have to write down the difference of this frequency of the modal class and the class earlier to it. So what I will write it here. Difference D1 is modal class frequency minus frequency of the class earlier than the modal class. This difference becomes D1. So I will write here D1 divided by D1 again and D2. So D2 is the difference between the frequency of the modal class and the frequency of the class just after the modal class. The difference of this become D2. So 9 minus 2 gives you 7. So D2. Look at this formula again. I am repeating what the formula talks about and have to be multiplied with the I. What is I? I is the width of this class. Width कैसे निकालते हैं? Highest limit, upper limit minus lower limit. It becomes 10. Look at the formula once again. Mode will be calculated using this formula. This formula sees lower limit of the modal class. Modal class ka lower limit, put this value here, 50 plus D1. D1 is the difference between the frequency of the modal class and the class above the modal class. So here it becomes 5. D1 is again 5. D2 is a difference between the frequency of the modal class and the class just below the modal class. So it is 9 minus 2, 7. So simple calculation. Perform this exercise and you'll be able to find out the value. That is 50 plus 5 divided by 12. Mode is always represented by Z. Either you write MOD mode or you write down the notation Z. So in this way, we can identify how the mode is calculated using this formula of the modal class. So we'll calculate. Just make sure that you also write the value of I. I is 10 here. So calculate this value. How much it comes? Mode comes 50 plus 50 upon 12 gives you 50 plus 4.1666. It's non-terminating. So you can round it off and you can make it 54.167 mode represented by Z. This becomes your answer. So this is way you can calculate the mode in the case of the grouped data like continuous series.